Hey everyone, Eric Thompson here. Hope that you are doing well. Coming at you with a video a little bit different from most of the others that I put up on this channel. I'm not talking about movies this time or anything like that. I want to talk about myself, not to be selfish, but I want to talk with you guys about something that is going on in my life right now, and something that I want to make not necessarily public, although this is certainly a way to do that, but I want to bring you guys in on it. I'm really, really happy with my life, truly. But one thing I'm not happy with is my weight. And I have a lot of dear friends who've also struggled with this, along with so many people really around the world who struggle with obesity and overweightness and all of the issues that come along with that. I've been really fortunate to not have too much illness or sickness because of my weight, but that's not going to last forever, okay? I turned 29, I think I turned 29 this year, and so, closing in on, the end of what we would consider, young adulthood, right? And I'm starting to look at my life, and I'm thinking about how I'm feeling in general, and thinking, it's time to turn this around. And also, of course, with the baby on the way, and I want to have the best health I can for Tori and for our child and for our other children, God willing. A little background, I've definitely made some steps in the right direction. Before Tori and I got married, I quit smoking cigarettes. I was never a heavy smoker by any means, but I loved to smoke, and I would be lying if I didn't say that I miss it every single day. But I'm off that. I do smoke cigars occasionally and a little bit of pipe tobacco in my pipe, but I'm away from cigarettes, and that's a great victory. But my eating is still not the best. Little to no exercise, and so I've been thinking and praying and talking with Tori and my priest and other people about what I might do, just options, and I was considering doing the Atkins Diet, which I did a while back, okay? Maybe it was, 6 or 7 years ago I did it. And I lost about 50 pounds over the course of, I think, 6 months. And that was pretty awesome, very strict, but of course, as you know, or perhaps as soon as you go off the Atkins Diet, you gain it back real fast, without really changing your lifestyle. And so, with that fully in mind, I decided to do sort of a version, a variation on the theme of the Paleo Diet. And in case you don't know what that is, I'm going to put some info in the description below, okay? If you're looking on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, or on Facebook, click on the link below in that little box where it says the title of the video. It'll take you to YouTube. Look in the description below and you'll see some links about the Paleo Diet, okay? Some websites that are going to give a general overview. But basically, the idea of the Paleo Diet is to recreate the diet of our ancient ancestors. And we guess, those who lived, the cavemen, who lived in the Paleolithic era. And so, I get that, but it seemed a little dry for me. It's very strict. And not that I want a diet that's just got the doors open all the way, but I want something that was a little more crafted to my lifestyle and what I like to eat a little bit. And so I came up with the Mountain Man diet. Okay? And so the idea here is the very same concept of the Paleo Diet, in that, restrictions in, think about what could a person during the Paleolithic era eat or not eat, really the concept is grounded in what can be gathered on the ground, okay? What can be collected from the ground, from trees, from bushes, that kind of thing. And of course, meat. Caveman diet is pretty much in that vein. One little change that we're doing, and kind of part of the fun for Tori and I, is, of course, mountain men theoretically would have gone to trading posts to trade their fare or furs or whatever it was, and to resupply. And so once a week, for one meal only, Tori will draw out of a hat or something, some little box or something like that, a card. It'll say, this week you went to the trading post and you brought back, you know, cheese or beer, you know, or something like that. And then I'll be allowed to have that with one meal. I don't know about you, but when I was on a diet before and I was allowed to cheat, like I had my cheat day, I would just go so hard at it for that day, cheating. And it ended up, you know, not really being like a good for you, great job, now here's a cheeseburger kind of thing. It ended up being, oh, thank goodness, finally I can have what I want. And I ate so much of it during that day that it really adversely affected my progress in the diet. And so the trading post is supposed to be like sort of a controlled cheating mechanism, okay? Hopefully it'll keep me from, you know, being gluttonous when it comes to cheating. And again, like it said, you know, you went to the trading post and you got beer. Well, it means, you know, a beer, right? Just to flesh it out a little bit, again, the Mountain Man diet, like the Paleo, is pretty much good to go with all fruits and vegetables. Even though, of course, in some fruits you have a tremendous amount of sugar, but as long as it's mostly organic, those sugars are going to be natural. The body knows how to digest those, okay? The body knows how to take care of those natural sugars, natural carbohydrates, natural fats, all of those things, right? The body knows how to deal with that. It's when we get into processed foods, though, really anything that comes out of a bag, a can, a jar, anything like that, that you're going to get into trouble. Because the Paleo diet and the Mountain Man diet sort of, you know, presume that those are things the body was initially not able to process. And this, of course, is where you have so much trouble coming into the body. When you get into, you know, complex carbohydrates, you know, MSGs and all of that, you know, the things that the body doesn't know how to take care of. And so we're trying to get away from that with the Mountain Man diet. I hope that makes sense. I don't have really, you know, any goals in mind right now, except to get on the diet and to try it for as long as possible. Certainly I've been talking with Tori about what this means in our home and how our diet, our mutual diet changes. I eat really quite a bit of, you know, fruit and vegetable right now. I enjoy it very much. And so we'll continue with that. Again, you know, I can still have a lot of the things I really enjoy, maybe not with all the decorations. Does that make sense? For example, I can still have a 16-ounce steak, you know, maybe not cook it quite rare, maybe just go a little bit further, have that steak, enjoy it. The only thing is, I just can't dump A1 sauce all over it, right? You know, salt is allowable, of course, but more like a sea salt, right? Nothing that's quite as processed as or oxidized salt, table salt, okay? That's totally out. Anything like that. It's like your garlic salts and celery salts and anything like that. Got to be real careful with the salt intake, sodium intake in general. Obviously, in that situation, you know, there's almost no acceptable beverage other than water. But of course, mountain men drink coffee. And I like my coffee with creamer, and that's out. But of course now recently, not recently, but becoming more available are dairy-free alternatives for milk. Almond milk, for example, which is not made with dairy at all. In case you don't know, almond milk is just, you know, almonds that are put in water, and then everything's blended up pretty much, you know, and that's almond milk, and it's fantastic. And so that's an excellent substitute for milk in those cases, so I can have some kind of cream with my coffee. It goes on and on and on, okay? Check out those links below for more information about the Paleo diet. I guess I'm making this video so you guys know what's going on with me. I share a lot about movies and games and that kind of stuff, and I wanted to share something a little more personal with you, with my subscribers and all my friends and family who watch these videos. I mean, I want to know if you guys want to keep up with the progress of the diet. I'll tell you right now, without having a scale right here with me, I think I weigh maybe 295 pounds or something like that. And so, like I said before, I don't really have a goal weight. I don't have a goal in mind except to just try to get my health under control. And so I'm turning to the earth, and I'm turning to the mountain man mentality to help with that, okay? Trying to just get away from all those different foods which have caused me to kind of get to this place where I am now, and trying to get back into a better shape. and of course along the way, hoping to integrate more exercise and all of those things. Maybe some of you out there have done the paleo diet, and maybe you have some suggestions for me. I'd surely appreciate that. I hope that if you do post anything, let it be helpful for me. This is an adventure for me, but a challenge, and so I'd certainly appreciate your kindness in supporting me as I go on this adventure. That's all I have to say right now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's definitely something different and not something that I really would have shared normally, but I want to bring you guys along. I feel like I said, I put so much of myself out on YouTube, and I wanted you to be part of this next step for me. I hope this brings me into a new period of life. Oh, most important of all, today is Tuesday, May 14th, okay? Right now, we're on retreat. I'm here playing for a retreat at St. Meinrad Arch Abbey and Seminary in Indiana. And so, because you don't always have a lot of control over what you eat at a retreat house, does that make sense? I haven't started it yet, but this Friday, we begin. And so my great hurrah goodbye meal is Thursday night, and then I will begin Friday. Thursday at midnight, that's when it begins. And so, let me know if you guys want to see updates about this. Maybe I'll just keep up with you and let you know how the weight loss is going and the challenges of it, cooking mountain man style, all of that. And also, of course, you realize, don't take the mountain man thing too seriously, because obviously they had no fresh fruits and vegetables. Everything was, salted and kept in brine and all of that stuff. So I'm not going to go quite that far. Thank you, friends, as always, for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel if you care to, especially if you want to keep up with me as I go on this journey, this adventure, the Mountain Man Diet. And so I'll keep growing my beard out and keep growing my hair out and pretend to be a little mountain man with my fruits and vegetables and coffee with almond milk. Thanks, guys. Bye. No such thing as no man's land to me. Man just needs a place where he can be wild and free. 10 calories. Dr. Pepperman.